going on? Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my crazy rabbit hole down the hill, dream box. Okay. Oh, y'all peoples are beautiful. I don't always say it. That's my intro. Welcome to your friendly neighborhood Schizologist, in which I talk about everything under the sun. Um, Today is a good day, and if it's not a good day, then of course you can say, hey, have a nice day, motherfucker. Okay, now I don't always say the intro, you guys. Okay, let me see. And if you have a bad signal, okay, you might not be able to get on, okay, especially when I'm live on YouTube. I want to talk about important topics today. I love you all, but I hate the many of you. And if you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast, you put it down below, okay? So today's topic, as I usually talk about all of the time, is we're gonna talk about okay, I got all my paperwork here. Yeah, you already see. It's laid in order this time. Trio was on a little bit, but of course it's in the network got broken a little bit. I don't know. Whenever you get on live, it tends to happen, you guys. So I told you before. Let me see. What did he write? Did he write something here? And say add me back. Yeah, add you. I already did. See, I already did. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Now, Trio, you're gonna need to fix your internet. Maybe it's the internet when I connected you live. Okay. But anyway, enough of that. Today's topic will be about Sematics of the Matrix. Okay. We're gonna talk about striking your hoes. Okay. We're gonna talk about why racism exists. And then we're also going to talk about, I have a new Cash App, the Real Cash App. Okay, the Real Cash App means that everybody likes to use Cash App, correct? So the best thing for the people to do is to go to a real site in which there's not about scammers telling you to call here, this is money level marketing type stuff. You just post down what you really want. Okay, I'm gonna put it down for you anyway. Because as I said before, I always talk about multiple random stuff. It's on Facebook. Okay, Facebook. Okay, Facebook. The Real Cash App group page. Okay, Real Cash App. Okay, .com and group. Okay, because the other group was corrupted by so many others. I control that group. Okay, I control that group. So if you put down anything that's like advertising something, give money to receive money, you're not going to be able to put it up there. Put your picture if you want. Put your reason, your urgent reason why you want to receive funds and donations, and put down your link. That's all you need to put down, you guys. We don't need to be like adding all the other stuff. You know, that's a waste and it's irrelevant, okay? Because in the future, we might not even have cash anymore. It might go cryptocurrencies, okay? Which I don't want to get too technical about. Trust me. I can get technical, but I don't want to, okay? I need to keep it simple for the people and the masses of asses, okay? So let's talk about the subjects for today. Now, if anybody is interested in the numerology thing, just talk to me and we'll do numerology because you see under here, I know about the numbers later. Equalinus McCain has your numbers. I know most of them by heart, okay? But I only do the life path number and I only do the attitude number. Welcome back, Trio. How you been? Did you fix your internet?
Yeah, the internet's okay, but the what you call it, the camera's not working.
Oh, okay, it's okay. You know, it's not a problem, man. Not a problem, okay? So today's topics will be about, listen carefully now here. It will be about Sematics of the Matrix. As I was talking to my boy Rad Thad the other day, and I don't think he understood what I was meant by the Sematics of the Matrix. And I'm also going to talk about when to strike your hoe. Okay.
When to strike your hoe.
Yeah, and I'm gonna talk about why racism exists. Now, people got their own terminologies, but I also got my own, which is very different and unique from everybody else's. But you got to be outside the box when you think about things like that. Also, I want people to know that I started a Cash App, Real Cash App group on Facebook. Real Cash App group on Facebook, in which you don't have to worry about people trying to frame you or scam you. You just put your reason why. Your urgent reason why you need money. You put down your link. You know, when people click on it, they should go right to your goddamn Cash App. And you can also put a picture if you want people to be sentimental about what your needs are. That's fine. And that's all I want you to put down on it. If you put anything else, such as come to my page so you can win money, okay? A lottery winnings. The first 50 people that put something on there, you will basically get this amount of money. Then you will be deleted, okay? Because those are fraud sites. I tell people countless times over and over again, do not give money in order to receive money. I tell people countless times when somebody says the first 50 people that send me their cash link will get money. No, that's not true. That's not true. I tried them all, okay? And you can get your money back if you talk to your bank. You know about those scams that's going on the internet?
No.
Because the Canary virus scam going on, a lot of Nigerians be trying to feed people and shit and do that type of shit. I know about it. I know. There's a lot of people who take advantage of the elderly's weaknesses and shit like that. And so
shame on those people. Shame on those people. Can't be doing that.
Yeah, but you know, there's people who lose thousands a month. This one woman gave $5,000 because she was gonna get $10,000 and shit.
She got the money back. That's okay. When she got the money back, then everybody is okay. Everybody eats.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up though. But what would you like to talk about? What would we talk about today, Trio?
I don't know, man. Your subject seemed kind of interesting. This is my first time being on the YouTube platform, so I guess I'll just wing it with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want you to understand that if you have a Cash App, give me the link so I can post it, man. Give me your information so I can share it on there. Because the way I do things, I do it for the noble cause. I believe that if everybody just gave a little bit, we all be rich motherfuckers, right? And there's those people who are like 1 or 2%ers out there, right? They can feed the whole world. You know how it works, okay? The wealthy overrides all of the most poor, okay? So if people just gave accordingly to what they supposed to give, we wouldn't have this poverty problem. But you know we have to have poverty because we have greed and racism in the world, okay? And also fear, okay? But you already know how that works. But this Cash App is called the Real Cash App Group. So I want people to join in. You don't have to give me anything. It's just a donation page. That's all it is. You don't have to worry about somebody giving. You have to give something to give something. And I just want to repeat that. That's all. But I was talking to you about something earlier about you know, that one video you showed me. You showed me that video with that female, that fat funky chick was playing with her pussy and shit. Okay.
Yeah.
And now it's like, do you like to watch it like that? Why would you even show me some shit like that? I've seen shit far worse than that shit on the dark web, man.
Did you watch the whole thing though? You didn't watch the whole thing, did you?
No, I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched the intro. And
see what she did after her hand being down her fucking pants, bro. She did some crazy shit after that.
I don't even want to know what she did. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she wiped it all over everywhere. I'm pretty sure she did some shit like that, right?
Pretty close, man. Pretty close.
Yeah, God, that's nasty. I don't even want to see that shit. But you have to understand that I'm OCD, so when I go on the train, I don't touch shit.
Bro, it just had me thinking about shaking people's hands, man, in public and stuff like that.
No, it's usually a fist pound. But most women, you don't do fist. You know, I think the most disgusting creatures are Milano the crackers anyway. So I'm not hating on niggas and crackers and shit, but I'm just saying I just think they're the most disgusting creatures. When they get upset, they do the most despicable things. A nigga will rob you.
You know what you're saying is true, bro. There was this white guy. He was talking to me at work the other day, and he was describing to me that when he used to be at work, and this guy used to always ask him for a cigarette, and he would get so upset, because this guy was constantly asking him for a cigarette every day. So afterwards, because he knew that this guy would eventually ask him for some of his, anytime he saw him have anything, he would ask him for it. So he had donuts one day, and then he put a bunch of laxatives inside of the donuts because he knew that this guy would ask him for one. And so basically, long story short, obviously the guy asked him for one, and yeah, he gave him a donut with laxatives in it, and then he made sure that one of the colleagues was in the bathroom and had it occupied, so the guy couldn't actually go inside the toilet and take a shit. So he basically wanted the guy to shit himself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, that's why I don't trust people making my drinks. I don't see if I have to know how it was made. When I used to work in restaurants and shit, I always wondered who made this. Okay, and I would look at the person, and I can easily give a read. Like I'm the master. What's that show called? The Mentalist, like this TV show called The Mental. I just look at motherfuckers and say, who just made the drink today? I see the date is wrong here and shit like that. You got to think what they're doing behind the scenes. Cameras is not always in every restaurant that you work in. Please understand that, okay? And people do the most heinous things out of sight of the camera because they know better. So they'll do it under the table or some shit like that. And then I've seen some despicable things like some people be picking up, it's mainly white people because most white people work at certain jobs and depends on what the area you're working in. And they'll pick up trash and shit and put it on the people's food and their sandwiches and shit. And I saw it and I don't say shit because I just feel that, hey, I just take it secretly and throw it in the trash. But other than that, there's some despicable stuff I saw. I just usually keep my mouth shut and do a noble deed and just get rid of the stuff before it gets into the main pan or something like that. Because when I used to be a personal care aide. Let me tell you a little story here. And the thing is that when white people talk to me and I talk to a couple racists, I tell them all the time, I try to empathize with them. I didn't ask to be turned black. I didn't ask to be born black, right? And then they'll try to sympathize. I try to sympathize and understand their psychology, right? So I'll say that, I don't like niggas either, right? I'm just like you, right? So you try to think like a racist, right? You follow me?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the psychology. I believe that they were brainwashed into believing that we are mongrels or lower than earth just because of the color of our skins. But when he talked to me, he said, "You sound like a very intelligent Negro." Okay, and I said, "I'm a very intelligent nigger," right? Okay, because nigger actually means the color black. Okay. And niggas mean the color of Ethiopian king. Okay, I know that type of shit. So I tried to compromise with him, but it wasn't working. For some reason, he kept getting angry. Okay, as I told you before, I think he had a mental processing problem. I would clean his house like a servant, right? And I'll try to play Chinese checkers with the motherfucker. But one day he just snapped and kept calling me nigger. I'm like, okay, nigga. I said, okay, calm down. He was actually getting very angry. Maybe it was a form of jealousy. Maybe it was a form of fucking racism that he wanted to kill me because of the color of my skin. I talked to that motherfucking cracker before. I talked to at least 2 of them when I was a personal care aide. You know what a personal care aide is?
Yeah. So you help people like that can't help themselves. Yeah.
And a lot of blacks who understand my predicament, because I used to be a personal. You know how much you get paid doing a personal care aide? You're going to be taking care of a lot of white folks who are really elderly, okay? You'll be surprised. You see how healthy older black people are versus white people. You'll be surprised to see how that shit is.
They pay a lot out there in the States?
Yo, they play a lot. I was with Kelly Services. I was looking for Kelly Services. They will only put me in white neighborhoods. That's all I took care of. I took a couple of blacks. And for some reason, the blacks, I didn't have to touch their shit. I didn't have to touch none of the older men's shit. They always washed their own shit. Okay, one black guy, I don't know why he couldn't wash his own shit, but his dick was so fucking long. I was like, yo, you can stand in the tub, but you want me to wash your balls, okay? And I was kind of embarrassed though, but he had
washing his balls.
If you're a personal care aide, you have to wash them accordingly. All right, that's part of your job. This guy was 82 years old. Okay, yes, he was. He was very tall, and he wanted me to bathe him. Okay, and he had women coming over, man. And he used to smoke cigars and shit. And he would read your dreams and shit like that, right? So I'll come with some interesting stories, man. And then I'll tell him, I'll be like, okay, why would you want me to wash you and stuff like that? He said, because that's your job, he told me. I said, what kind of house Negro is this, okay? So I was the house nigga, probably so. But I had a good time with him because this motherfucker was smoking cigarettes. He was smoking cigars for over many years, and he ain't died and catch no kind of heart attack or anything. He would always wants me to read my dreams or some shit, right? Okay, yeah. Like numbers and shit. And I was very peculiar about that because he was very unhealthy and he always smoked cigarettes. He was smoking like a chummy, man. He was smoking. But he had women come over his house, and I'm like 82 years old, man. James Johnson, that was his name. James Johnson. Okay? Isn't that some shit? There was another guy who's a black guy. I never had to clean him at all. All he did is watch Westerners. Okay. My job was to keep the house clean and make sure they have a bath. That's it. That's your only job. They'll tell you what specifically they need to be cleaned. Now, for white people, it's completely different, man. You want to know how crazy it is when you're personal care aide and you're taking care of white people?
Right, tell me about it, man.
Oh my fucking God. If you even ask for anything in the house, or you even look a certain way, if you even not even rub your back a certain way, you know how fast you'll be reported to the office?
What is it?
Don't come 10 minutes early. don't come 5 minutes early. Since if you're black and you're going into their neighborhoods, I'm saying their neighborhoods because racism, systematic racism do still exist, and I could prove that shit by facts.
That can be proved.
Yes, it can be proved. Okay. Only coons would say this. It doesn't exist. Only coons would say it's only like I think it's like a 30%. Don't get me wrong. I'm just being honest about it. I think it's 30% racism in America. Okay, about 30%. I think every cracker it's about 30%. Okay, because they do have jealous tendencies and shit like that. They do have anger management issues and shit like that. But going into the neighborhoods and you're black, okay, they will call you before you even reach the front door. Don't come 5 minutes early. Don't come 10 minutes early. Don't sit on their porch. Don't walk around. Trust me. All right.
Like that.
Yes, and if you go in their house and their wives are there, they don't trust you at all. They're always around because sometimes their wives look better than them. The white women look better than the men. God damn. Oh my God, man. Have you ever been a personal care aide before, man?
I wanted to, but now I'm like past that in my life. I don't think I will ever do it. Like,
but you get paid. I got paid like 10 during those days. Everybody got paid like $7 an hour, but I got paid like $11 an hour. Hey.
Yeah.
She's just like,
what's up, man? What's up, little girl? How you doing? Say hello. Hello.
She's just like, hey, baby, what's going on? You know what?
I think she's
interesting story, right? Interesting story, right? Yeah. Oh man. So what else is in your mind you want to talk about? Artists?
I don't know. I really don't.
Okay. So let's talk about something else. Let me do your I'm curious about your numerology, your number, your life path number. What is your birthday? Let me write your birthday down.
Okay, go for it. You ready?
Yeah.
14.
14/03/1994. What's the month and the day? Say it.
The month is March.
January, February, March. Okay, that's the 3rd.
The day is the 14th.
Okay, 14. Okay, hold on.
And the year is 1994.
Okay, that's the Gregorian calendar because in Ethiopia they go by a whole new year. Okay.
Well, yeah, switch up to the Ethiopian. Let me see what that's about.
Hold on. Let me see.
I had never done that before.
No, Ethiopian don't go by the Gregorian calendar. That's why I think my wife is older than what she is, and I was like, I said they don't. Yeah, they don't go by the Gregorian calendar, so you know they're not old. They're not as young as you think they are, or old as you think.
But would it make them much older, or is it like out by like a couple months, or just a week? Or how much is it out for?
Depends on how long they were that age. So it could be a year or two off.
Serious?
Yeah. Because my wife, she said she was born in 1982, and I said, what, Ethiopian calendar or your Gregorian calendar? Okay, Georgian calendar, and I'm like, maybe Ethiopian. And I had to tell them that you got to change that because sometimes my wife looked like a man sometimes in her older pictures and shit. She looked older.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. What was the year you was born?
March. Oh yeah. 1994.
1994. Okay. Because that's why I keep telling. I tell people all the time, y'all gotta stick up on that Gregorian calendar. Stay on that Gregorian calendar because that keeps up to date on the world. Okay. World issues. Okay. Because they want to stay in the culture, and that's not cool because you're fucking up the calendar for the whole planet. But anyway, so this is how you get the life path number.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear me?
I'm listening, bro.
So you said March 14th, 1994, right?
That's the Gregorian calendar.
Okay. Now you take each number and you separate them into individual numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
And you add them all together. The numbers only go from 1 through 9. Okay. So that's 3 + 1 = 4. 4 and 4 = 8. 8 and 1 = 9. 9 and 9 = 18. 18 and 9 = 27. Okay. And 27 and 4 = 31. Okay. So you have a 31. Okay.
Interesting.
And so since you have a 31, since the numbers only go from 1 to 9, you have to separate that 3 into 1. Okay, so you actually have let me see. Okay, 3 plus 1 equals you see how I separated the numbers?
I see
It's
what
4.
I see what you're doing.
Okay, so just make sure the numbers are correct because you don't want to make mistakes. So that's 3 and 1 is 4. 4 and 4 is 8. 8 and 1 is 9. 9 and 9 is 18. Okay, 18 and 9 is 27. 27 and 4 is 21. No, 31. Okay, yes. So now you have 31, and 31 equals a 4. So your life path number is a 4. That means you are a teacher. You are a teacher.
Right.
But if your attitude number is different from, like, not compatible with your life path number, then you're gonna have problems in life. Okay. So these are the compatible numbers. The compatible numbers again are 1, 5s, and 7s, 3s, 6s, and 9s, 2s, 4s, and 8s. Okay. So you add your month and your day to get your attitude. You add your month and your day to get your attitude. So you have 3 plus 1 equal 4, and 4 and 4 equals 8. So that's good. Your attitude is an 8, which is a negative number, and but they're compatible though. Okay, and number 8 represents prosperity. Okay, you got money coming.
I got money coming.
Yeah, that's your attitude. Your whole goal of life is supposed to be, your attitude is towards money. You're supposed to be thinking about money all the time. Is that true?
Well, kind of like money and women, I guess.
Okay, and number 4 is what your life path. Your life path number is everything is about your number 5, 4, 5. You're a teacher. You like to teach. That's your main objective. Your main objective is teaching. Your main objective is teaching, but your whole goal is about money. So your attitude is let me see, an 8. Okay, so I'm just gonna put 8. Okay.
I don't understand what this attitude thing is though. Like,
well, the attitude is basically how you perceive the secondary meaning of life. Okay, how you go about life. I'm eager to get money out of this after number 1. Okay, so I'm gonna teach, but my whole goal after that, my whole goal is to teach. It's gonna be secondary your attitude, because you're doing it for money. Like me, mine's is the number 9, which is the most evolved number of all time. 9 and 6, right?
I'm not far behind with that 8.
Yeah, but it's a bad number because there's no spiritual protection to it. There's no spiritual protection to it. But the only problem is that at least you're compatible though. You know your goal. You know you want to teach and you want to get something for it. Okay, prosperity. 8 is a prosperity number. It means affinity if you turn it sideways. So here's the number. Here's all of the numbers. Number 1 means focus on self. Think about number 1. Okay, focus on self. Either it could be for bad or either for good. You are the boss. Number 2, you need love, or you like to give love. Okay, 2 is choose a couple. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3 is a crowd. Okay, there's a few people there, but you are about family and friends. Associations. Okay. Number 4, you're a teacher. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Teacher. Analytical. Okay. Yeah. Number 5 is chaotic, but you're attached to something. You're extremely lucky, or you can be extremely chaotic. Number 6 means motherly love. Okay. See, 6.
Yeah.
Okay? Like the womb, like the sperm or whatever, you're taking care of something. Like me, I'm always taking care of something. Okay.
You know what? I believe that number 6 you're talking about, that's actually true. My mom is the 6, for real.
Okay. Yeah, but you gotta do the numbers. I don't know how accurate it is though, but number 7, but this lady from Glennis McCann, she is actually 70% accurate, 70 to 80% accurate. And so her book itself is supposed to tell you all of the little tiny extra details. And number 7 is about who am I? I'm an alien. No one knows who you are. 7s are mysterious. Number 8 is about prosperity. It's about business. Right?
So wait, the 7 thing. No one knows who you are. You're an alien. Like, so what? Are they supposed to figure out who they are? Like, are they supposed?
Yeah, they might not be able to figure this out. They might be an alien. They may have special abilities. They may have special powers. I dated a couple 7s, and they are confusing as hell. They are either they're too sensitive. They don't really have any maturity. They're not really a very mature. They don't know themselves. Okay.
I hear you.
Number 8 is prosperity. That means that you basically about either prosperity, money, or some sort of thing that you want in your life. Okay, I don't know exactly. I just know it's about money, and you don't get no, you don't get no spiritual protection. That's a negative though to me, and that's the worst number to be. But if your life path was an 8, that is not a good number. Okay, trust me on that, because I know you're all about money.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And number 9, which is me, that is a humanitarian. It is the most suffering number of all numbers because people like to okay.
Oh man.
So 3s, 6s, and 9s are the most evolved, in my opinion, in my book. Even though she got it there as the creative numbers, they're creative. If you know people,
Oh, what? Why do you have to
ahead.
be supposed to vote? Why can't you be a 3?
Well, the 3s are social.
You are a social person, though, right?
No, I'm not social. Number 9s are usually not social, but it is possible that you can be because there is a way to count your name. She got this thing where you count your name. You can use everything. Like A is equal to 1. Okay, B is equal to 2. You see how the numbers go? Once you get past 9, you start over again. Okay, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It only goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Oh, you can do the numerology of your name as well.
Yeah, you could do the numerology, but that gets deeper than that because she's talking. Now, but the numerology comes from a guy named a Greek mathematician named Pythagoras, and he's the one who created the number 0. So he got hung for that simply because he created the number 0. Isn't that some fucked up shit? They thought it was witchcraft and shit, and they killed him. So, and the long story short, that's the origins of where numerology come from. It's a little bit more. It's a bit more simpler than astrology. Because I used to be a nano retreat. I used to be a nano astrology reader and a palm reader, okay, and a feet reader, but I don't do those things no more. Okay.
Why, man?
Yeah, so because it's complex. It takes time, and you gotta wait. You gotta figure things out by doing mathematical equations and shit. I'm not doing all that shit. This is still a mathematical equation. You see that, right? Okay. But as I would say to Phil Anderton, which is he's part of the CIA, I always say to people, if you can't solve it, it's not the mathematics is not the universal language, it's the law of the universe. It's not. Okay. Okay. You know, I talk to guys who think they're scholars, but they become arrogant and say, we can use the 3.14 mathematical equation to scope out the whole entire universe. No, you can't, motherfucker. It could be a circle. It don't have to be a rectangle. Where are you getting that from? I don't understand that kind of logic. I try to understand it, but you can't say that mathematics is for every dimension, time, and space. You can't say that. It could be something totally different, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what else is there to talk about now? You having fun? Yeah.
So what about the semantics of the matrix?
Oh, okay. My boy Rad that was talking to me about this shit, and I was like, yo, do you know what sematics means, man? It means logic, okay? Using things step by step, using you'd call it deductive reasoning, okay? You know, in a sense, okay, to where you got to break things down, okay? Like for example, sematics are like this. Do you believe I'm real? Yes or no?
So I believe in what?
I'm gonna give you an example of what's real sematics is. Do you believe I am real right now?
I mean, I don't have to necessarily believe it. You're right there, right?
I said, do you think I'm a real person since you're talking to me?
I mean, it depends on what your definition of real is, right?
No. What is real? What is real? Okay, now see, we're going to sematics, going down the rabbit hole now here. What is your definition of reality?
This is a real semantics. Okay.
What's your definition of semantics?
I think what I just did just now was semantics, basically.
No, but what is your definition of real? You know, I want to understand this.
Oh, my definition of real?
Yeah.
Definition of real, probably something that you can prove exists, or something that you can prove.
Okay, so have you have seen the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so since you've seen the Matrix, you have an apple in your hand. How do you know if that apple is real in your hand?
Because you can prove it. You can by your senses and stuff like that. You can
but you're sitting. I'm repeating the same thing what Matrix says, but your senses is basically synapses of electrical impulses in your brain. Morpheus said this.
Yeah.
So go ahead, continue.
Exactly. So that's proven it's real.
No, that's not real. Electrical synapses mean that someone's putting that information in your head so you can understand. You know, there's people who see different colors, right?
Yeah, like above the normal spectrum.
Okay, so again, what is your definition of real? Do you understand what I'm saying with that? That's not correct. Your definition means that you see the color red, right?
Uh-huh.
But someone else can see the color green. Now, what is the sense of reality now?
So it's relative, basically. Reality
It's objective. It's objective because you can't say that what I see and what you might hear something completely different. Like people use biasm all the time, right? You know what biasm is? Using emotional frequencies. You know, I feel this, and I'm gonna choose him like da da da. You know what I'm saying? But you never know what someone is saying. You might hear something.
Biasm's like dualism, right?
Huh?
It's like biasm's like dualism. It's like being on one side and kind of trying to make it someone see it from that side, from your side, playing one side of the biosphere.
Yeah, it's like it's more of an emotional response. See, I see like people. I show this right, and some people. What do you see here? And see the color blue in the block, but I see something different. Okay, so how do you see something different? Okay, because I'm emotional about it. I'm getting emotional about this. Okay, and then they'll change the subject, and then they becoming biased. Okay, like when I see someone take an opinion of somebody else, and I know for a fact that I know they're wrong, but someone else may say it's objective, but then someone else is just using bias. They're not using any facts. They're just being biased about it with their emotions. You don't understand what I'm saying? They're not really using any type of semantics. They're going on their own ways. That's why I was asking you, what is your definition of reality? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So let's say you look through a telescope. Now I see water before you can see the sun. There is a water film, okay, or a residue of information I can see, like a very thin layer of it. Most people ignore it. But if you could look all the way to these planets and you see circular planets, do you really think that those planets are there? Because you can see it through a telescope. Hello?
I mean, then it's like seeing it is not necessarily just proving it, right?
That's my whole point. Just because I hear you, they'll make you real, man. Is you don't make see the thing. That's why I tell guys all the time that is semantic liberation. You have no proof. And then I talk to scholars and say, how do you know a God exists, right? See? And they were like, I believe it in my heart. I said, but that's being biased because of someone else who taught you that. Someone taught you that there's some sort of spook in the sky. Like if you teach your child Santa Claus, right? And I'm like, you're going to teach that your child a lie because you want to make that child feel good with a lie. You can't be yourself and say, I'm the one who supports you. Yeah, I'm the one supporting my child. I'm not going to give her the Easter bunny. I know what the story of Easter bunny. I know what the Easter means. Do you know what the story Easter means? You tell your child, and they'll be shocked. And if they do thorough research, then they'll find out it's all a lie. Easter is nothing but a pagan god. But most people are not critical thinkers like that. Most people are not critical thinkers.
Yeah,
so they'll keep believing on that bullshit, man. And that's you keep believing on that shit. I said, why are you believing in God? That God is now. I can tell you, you go to the Far East, right? You'll see a fucking castle full of over 3,000 gods. But you know what Christians will call them gods?
Demons or some shit.
Demons. Yeah, that's bias. That's wrong, man. They existed way before even your Jesus Christ. Way more powerful than Jesus Christ. Came back countless times. Came back countless fucking times. Oh yeah, anybody who's watching me, say hello. How you been? You show up on my show. I have to show your Cash App. I have to show your link to your Facebook if you want. Okay, please understand. I actually started. What the hell is all this crap? Okay. I actually started the Real Cash App group on Facebook, so check it out. It's called the Real Cash App group. I do not ask for anything. You just put your donation in, which you don't. You just put your Cash App link, your reason why you need help, and it may be a picture. That's all you put down because there's too many fraudsters on the internet trying to get money out of people, and it's not genuine. It's not a noble deed. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, facts. But man, this is a channel worth donating to. Mafia is consistent with his work and talks a lot of sense, man. So
yes, so let's talk about the next subject down here. Let me see what else. Let me see. Okay, now striking your hoes. Now I know some people might want to pop up on here just to talk about that shit. I keep telling guys, hoes need to be put in their place sometimes. And there'll be a lot of hoes out there who used to be hoes that would tell me some shit like, "There's never a time you should put your hands on a woman, but there's never a time a woman should put her hands on a man." Okay, so women want to be equal, so they get treated equal, and they don't like it. Right? What is the fucking paradox, the oxymoron in that shit, the contradiction? Go ahead.
They want to be treated equal with everything except for getting striked.
And then on top of that, when they get the power, they don't want the power. They want to actually be the man themselves. The new age millennials will be saying, "We are the fucking mans now." But where's the real man at? Can the real Slim Shady please stand fucking up? I'm the real one, motherfuckers. And I tell y'all guys all of the time, stop fucking these used bitches, broke bitches who ain't got no money and shit. And then when you talk to a pimp, you learn a whole new lesson. I've learned from the pimps, and I keep telling y'all guys, y'all gotta stop fucking sticking your dicks in these fucking used Johns. They're called used Johns. And you ain't getting paid. You ain't getting paid for that shit. But then when you hit a bitch because she spit in your face,
you're saying it's so getting paid.
Get paid. It's about money. The women aren't thinking about money. The minorities are thinking about money. And the crackers is already thinking about the money. They already have the money. So if a female come up to you and she start talking like a nigga, you might have to strike first. Oh my goodness. Strike first and run, motherfucker, run.
If a woman puts her hands on you, I think she deserves to get,
Listen, this is the times to put your hands on a woman. When a woman gets too close, you told her to back off. That's when you get her ass. Because the niggas who try to put their hands on you and you just trying to defend yourself and you're crazy, you're crazy. Even the nigga, I'm like, if a guy comes to around your vicinity, said you shouldn't talk to her like that. And you talk to that dude. I said, you ganging up on me or something, like you licked their pussy or some shit. I'm like, dude, she talking to me like a dude. Oh, she's a female, man. You got to no, you're a female, bitch. You got to talk to that nigga, and you got to get ready to fight 2 motherfuckers, 3 motherfuckers. That's when you become a real man. When you have to try to egg them on so they can try to strike you first, like the Tifa bitches. The Tifa bitches like to start trouble, right? Guess what the police do? The police don't assist them because they don't need help from the police. Atifa bitches don't need help from the police because that's a patriarch, right? Right? You seen that video where they try to ask for help, call the cops and shit like that? And they try to Atifa bitches be like, hey, look at what we're doing. We can do anything we want. We don't care about the cops. Guess what the cops did? The cops are like, if they get smacked up in their head, I say, hey, didn't you say you don't need us, right? Right? So you got to use reverse psychology on that shit, you guys. Okay. Okay. So his internet, he went out. Okay. But you know what? Please understand that's the best time to hit a bitch. Okay. And you got to be careful who your surroundings is, because 9 times out of 10 there'll be some other bitches. Okay. He's back. You're back, Trio. What's going on? What happened to your internet?
Yeah. Sorry about that. That was accident.
Yeah. It's no problem. So, so what do you got to say about this? When to strike the hoe type shit?
Strike the hoes. I mean, a woman she'll know her place, man. If you strike her, she'll know her place, man. I'm not saying go full like you would hit a guy type shit, because obviously women are fucking weaker than men. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, the pimp hand must be strong. You must use your, the back fist rather than the open palm. And, keep those 4 fingers straight, and then just, angle it like you're, playing ping pong. Just right on the chin. And that's it, man. Keep it moving. She'll probably look at you. She'll either have 2 responses. One of them will be absolute shock, and then she'll kind of realize what she did. Exactly, absolute shock. Like, what? Like, motherfucker, he just did that. Like, and you'd have to be like, look, bitch, I didn't want to do that, but you made me do it. Type shit, yeah.
And you know what? The one time this female spit towards my way, I came over there. She didn't even know. She spit on me and she didn't apologize. What am I supposed to do in that situation? Well, am I supposed to walk away? Now,
And
get
she
me
spat
wrong.
you,
Now,
bro.
she spit on me from a distance. She spit on me from a distance, right? And that's an assault, right? So I'm like, I said, I want you to wipe this off. I told her to wipe it off. I was young when I did this shit, and there was people standing around me and shit. So she spit on my shoe and shit, right? I told her to wipe it off, at least wipe it off and apologize. She was like, "Fuck you, nigga." And so I took my hand back and I knocked her all the way into the street. You know, a lot of people clap for me.
Oh
They didn't call
shit,
the police. They didn't call the police. They didn't call the police either.
They didn't call the police.
No,
Well
they
done.
didn't call the police. There was women there, and it was like, like I didn't say shit to her. She just spit on my feet for no reason. No reason, man.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't say nothing to her. I don't know why she spit on me, man.
Yeah, maybe she liked you. I don't know.
Nah, I don't believe in that shit. When women do some despicable shit, that don't mean they like you, man. Let's get that they get that shit thrown out of your head. That's for little girls, okay? Little girls, like at a certain age, they may do little petty stuff like that. I believe that's true. When they're young, they be like trying to push a boy away a little bit, something like that. Maybe because they're trying to get some attention, because they're trying to grow up to learn what this thought narcissism trait is because of their mothers or some shit like that. But I don't believe that. I truly believe that they have to be trained that in order to push other little boys away, because I never saw it before. I hear about that. Go ahead.
It just goes to show that females don't have game, man, because they have to try and be mean to you because they don't know how else to express their feelings, man.
Yeah. So you got to teach them you got to do it by force. Just like this canary virus. It's fucking by force, man. It's done by force. The naturist opened it up and said, I'm tired of this shit. So I'm going to kill off. It's indiscriminate. It's going to kill anyone and everyone who doesn't have a strong immune system.
You think it's
Fuck
nature?
you. That's what nature is saying. Fuck you.
You think
Fuck
it's nature doing this?
Huh?
You think it's nature doing this?
Combination of many things. Maybe so. I don't know. I think it's every 2 years there's some sort of SARS or fucking H1N1 type shit. Every 2 years. Did you notice the pattern?
I didn't know it was every 2 years.
It's almost every 2 years, man. I was like, I don't see this because I'm in a nice area. I live mostly in white neighborhoods. I do not live in the neighborhoods where there's like some trouble. I can get in some trouble real easily and shit. Because I walk outside and somebody try to rob me and shit. I'm going to defend myself. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Most people don't know how to fight. Okay. Most niggas don't know how to fight either. They don't really know how to fight. Okay? They're not boxers down there. They like to brawl and shit, but they have no strategy of what they're doing.
No strategy.
No strategy, especially if you're sneaky about it. If you get close to a real motherfucker's face, no matter how big they are, you can always get like 3 to 4 hits, and those 3 to 4 hits should count. If they don't count, then you need to get your weight up.
In a one-on-one, I think I'm strong, but like most people nowadays, they don't roll like by themselves. They're normally in like a 2 or a 3. So there's always that aspect of, oh, I don't want to get jumped. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I remember I got jumped one time, and I almost took all of these guys out, and I didn't really train or anything. It's about reflexes. Like, for example, I was in Johnson C. Smith University. This guy was a football player. He was 250 pounds. I only weigh 140, man. Knocked the motherfucker out. How the fuck I do that? Because I was angry. I hit him on his chin, though. I hit him on his chin. I have precision when I fight. If you strike me, I can see your movements in slow motion like the fucking Matrix. So I try to tell people in advance, you don't want to try to fight me because I can see you, okay? So I'll just sit there and you'll try to make all these moves and you're not fast enough. You already lost the battle. I don't even have to do anything. One time I went to this one black belt. I said, "Are you really a black belt?" I said, "Can you show me what that means?" So I walk up to him, straight side to side. I said, I want you to try to smack me on the side of my head. I asked him, okay, to try to smack me on the side of my head. So he tried to do that flint shit like that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Know, he swiped close up on me.
Yeah,
close up on me. But it didn't work. And then we tried to talk like that, and then he tried to hit me. I said, I blocked my precision was so accurate that I blocked him, and his finger went into my watch. See, finger went to, and it broke my watch, and he hurt his finger. Okay.
Your
And then I told him, I said, you need to practice some reflexes, okay? All right? We didn't have to have a fight. I just proved to him right there that you're not going to fight me and win and try to knock me out. You're not going to grab me. It's not going to be easy, okay?
So basically, did you like have a fight after that, or was that it?
No, we was cool because he said you have to come to my class. I said, why would I need to come to class when you don't when most of your people are not about reflexes? There's people born number one. There's these two types of fighters in the world: reflex people, okay, and skilled people. I rather prefer reflexes. If you have your reflexes higher, no skilled person will ever hurt you. Got it? Like, for example, I see people fighting in the UFC and shit like that. There's some fighters that has really fast reflexes, and they cannot be defeated. Okay, their reflexes are too fast. Muhammad Ali type reflexes. Only a few people can probably keep up with him. Muhammad Ali, you know?
Yeah. Reflexes are cool.
Reflexes are higher than all skills because if you throw a ninja dart at someone and you have the skills to coordinate that, like I remember someone threw a pea at me from across the table, and I heard it before it reached.
Wait.
Heard it. I literally heard
One second. A pea.
A pea. You could hear the sound and the speed, like, and slow motion. I heard it, and then I turned my hand and I flicked it away. I thought it was a mosquito, and I actually deflected the pea into this girl's face. And I don't know how the fuck. I was like, yo, this is when I was a kid, though. I heard the pea coming towards my ear. Like, bzzz. Now, how did I hear it from that distance? I don't know. Okay? I just swing my finger, and I thought it was a mosquito. Okay. And then it deflected, it hit the girl in the face, and the girl started crying, and I didn't say nothing because I didn't do it. Somebody tried to fling something to me. I don't know what the fuck it was. Okay.
That's fair, man. That's fair. Yeah, we do some crazy shit when we're young, and we don't realize how we're doing it. So that's cool. I thought you meant like now, like you was like out and someone threw a pea at you. I was thinking that is.
They must have used a spoon. I think I know how they did it because I was like, how do you shoot a pea at someone? You flick it with a spoon so it can give you catapult in the force, okay? And someone tried to pop me with it because back in the days they used to use a spoon and they play food fights in the class in the school lunch cafeteria, okay?
Okay.
And I see people doing it, like picking on people from a distance, okay?
Cool, man. What other subjects do you have in mind for today?
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go on. So I got so many subjects. I don't want to talk about all my subjects now here. When you come on the show,
you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me that we would have to have subjects. You told me like, I don't know, like 5 minutes before coming on, or not even that. So
no, it's no problem. No, I think I did tell you though. Here's my boy Phil Anderson. How you been? What's going on, Phil? Welcome down the rabbit hole.
Big man.
I just woke up, man.
Big Phil.
Yeah, I told you I usually do my
Hey, Tro, what's going on, Tro?
What's up, bro?
Mm-hmm. What country are you from, Tro?
How you doing?
What country? You're from the UK, right? Tro?
Oh, me, yeah, I'm from the UK, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Phil, he's with the CIA. He used to be undercover. You talk. Go ahead and talk, Phil.
Oh, man, I'm so tired. I got a show to do. It's about 30, 40 minutes. I got a lot of breaking news, man. I got a lot of really dangerous shit getting ready to go down here, man. United States.
Hey, let me tell you something, Phil. Okay, have you heard about this new world order cryptocurrency shit that's about to come over? You hear about that?
Let me tell you something, dude. That is nothing compared to what they're fixing to do here. That is nothing. That is nothing.
I will be on your show.
Right?
I've got some shit to report tonight that will blow you the fuck away.
How did you find out about it, Phil?
I hacked into the Department of Defense computer.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
Tell them about yourself, Phil.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
I just have been around, man. I've been around. Been around. You know.
So wait, Phil, tell us where we can find your stream that's coming up. Tell us where we can listen in.
You got a pen so you can write the number down?
Yeah, I'm already doing the post thing too as well. What's the numbers?
Go ahead.
646 716 8423.
Okay.
I go live at 4 p.m. Pacific, which is 30 minutes from now.
Mm-hmm.
That on YouTube or Facebook? Which one?
Yeah, he's a radio talk show. He talks to people internationally. Okay, and I'll also post this information as soon as this video is up. It's only talk for like 1 hour.
Yeah.
And basically, when I'm off, I usually post everyone's information. So if you want to get on this show, you can. I come on this show, and I'm a great avid listener. I'm a listener on this show. I talk more on my show, talk about stuff in a more simplistic term. But he's a very technical person. I try to be technical though.
You are.
Not as much as you are.
You're my brother. You're my brother, Mario. I love you, man. I love you, brother.
I love you too, man.
You are my brother.
Yeah. So you put it down in the private chat, okay? You got see, when he says 4 Pacific, that means that his time is like 3 hours ahead. 3 hours in the, if you said 6, that means it should be 7, right? You're getting on a half an hour, right?
Yeah.
No.
So that means if my time right now is 6:31, he's coming on in a half an hour. So that means
7 for you.
It will be 4 for him for 4 Pacific time, but we're Eastern. I'm on Eastern side of the United States, so it will be 7 p.m. for me. Okay, so I just want y'all to know that. So you gotta check your time.
Let me tell you, Mario.
Okay.
Mario.
Yep.
This shit that's getting ready to go down.
Talk about it.
Man, let me tell you something, brother. Man, it's unbelievable. It's incomprehensible.
Do you think Trump had something to do with it, though?
No. This is deep state. This is deep state stuff. Deep state stuff. Dark state stuff.
International stuff?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is science fiction, man. This is fucking science fiction live.
Now, earlier today, I was talking about Sematics of the Matrix. I was talking about when to strike your hoe, and I also wanted to talk about my belief system of where racism exists, why racism still does exist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So
so right now, I didn't talk about that now, but my belief in why racism exists is because the story of the Egyptian creationists, the creation stories of the Egyptian gods. If you look on one of the walls of the, Egyptian pyramids, I saw the picture of a lot of brownies bowing in front of a white person. Okay. And this is this one story, brown individuals bowing in front of a white person. They say these gods, these demiurge gods, you may call them Anubiuses or Horuses, or they created black people first. And then secondary, they created white people. The white people were basically born to not be in the sun. Okay. And so I read also a book, I don't know what the book is called, back in 1990s. And it was an Egyptian story about this. And basically the whites were supposed to be slaves for these gods and for the blacks. And one day
there's different types of white people. So it's like
yeah. What's that? The book of okay. What's that?
Some Turkish shit.
Get it, man.
Is it one of the books from the missing Bible and from the Apocrypha records?
But it's better than that.
How you spell that? DZYAN. Okay. Okay, I wrote it down. And now I want people to understand, if you come on the show, make sure you have a piece of paper and pen, because this will be a whole bunch of interesting shit, okay? And then you'll forget about it. But as a man, let me write that down in the comment section.
It's gonna pop up. It just pops up. So have the pen and paper ready.
Yeah,
Okay.
true. Yeah, true.
For real.
Book of. Okay, let me see. Put that down there. Book. I wrote that shit backwards. Yeah. So long story short, the Egyptian gods created this. I got that book, the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I got that book. Very interesting.
Philip, I'm so glad you were talking about that. I've been wanting to learn more about that.
Yeah, but let me tell you real quick before we continue on, because I don't want to talk on it too long. But let me see what you got here.
Okay.
Okay.
He's on his game. You know.
That's the Far East.
Well cultured man.
You read the book of the Mahabharata? The Mahabharata, yep. When I was reading some excerpts from that book, I was like, yo, everybody's into Christianity and shit, but don't understand where that Christian shit comes from. It comes from all of that Hindu text. They come from that Buddha text, that Judaism type shit. Okay? And I keep telling people, stop, we all being brainwashed by believing in any form of religion. But let me finish about the racism. I believe racism comes from this. When the Egyptian gods left to their 3 planets in the sky, which the pyramids seem to be pointing at, and that's another story. The whites basically got tired of being slaves for the aboriginals of the earth, blacks for the earth. Okay. Now, the thing is that they got mad and they stole the fire. Okay. Now the Greeks and shit, they stole the information and blah, 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 blah. The whites eventually escaped and went to the Mount Caucasus Mountains, and they created their own 12 tribes of Israel or something like that. The blacks could not stop them because it was too cold. Okay? Blacks didn't want to go up there because whites have different blood cells. They have the Rh factor, the recessive, what do you want to call it. So they go to the mountains. And after that, they came down from the mountains and started eventually conquering things one at a time, systematically. And they vowed one thing. They vowed one thing, to never be conquered again. Remember this.
Check this out, man.
There we go.
Remember this. Okay.
There we go.
They never want to be conquered again. It will never happen. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why racism exists. So if you ask a white person why they're racist, it's because it's embedded in their hearts to never be conquered again by a minority colored race, the Moors or anybody of such things. It will never be that ever again. Okay.
No.
So life goes perpetual. It'll be perpetual. Eventually, we have whites having blacks in slavery and blacks having whites in slavery, and it goes over and over and over again.
Mario, do you think the gods are coming back though?
I don't know. They said the Egyptian, those Hindu individuals, they believe they come back every certain amount of thousands of years. I don't know.
27,000 years. 27,000 years.
Yeah, because I don't want. This is how it works for me. If I know I die, I'll come back as a demiurge god. I'm gonna come back as my same. I'm gonna come back as a beautiful person. That's just myself, and I'm gonna come down and basically scare the shit out of people because I keep telling people if I die, I'm coming back in this life and the motherfucking demiurge god, and I'm gonna teach this world. I swear to God, man. I don't want to be human no more. I love human activities, but I'm just gonna be observant. I'm gonna be observant. Go ahead.
I know what you're
I don't
saying.
want to be human. What, Tro?
Yeah, I just believe I came here to help. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to come down there and help and only observe. So if you mess with me and I'm in a volcano, I'll kill everybody. Okay, let's burn everybody. If humans try to strike a bomb on me, I'll kill only the humans that try to strike me first. Just like Shiva, the story with Shiva. I know you probably remember this. The humans struck first. I think Shiva came through the clouds with her weapon and her knowledge and her beauty. She read all their minds. But humans and other species, there was other species. Human beings was working with other species on the planet now. And Shiva, she eliminated all your voices, the magic, all of the magic folks. Cats and dogs have magical abilities and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What am I reading here? The dogs and the cats and the monkeys have magic.
Wizard of Oz.
Shit. I didn't understand. I said, yo, and then you see proof of this. They say they got proof that there's a bridge that is there's nothing but stones built, nothing but bridge, a stone and bridge. No one has done this ever before. It cannot be done. Okay. And then you got trees that used to reach the atmosphere, the cryonosphere, whatever, the atmosphere, stratosphere, and then it's been cut down because there was great wars and giants that worm. It's so much stuff. Okay? I don't want to be human in my next life. I say it's too much pain and too many things that can happen to the body. Okay, you know, that's the reason why I think racism exists, because it's embedded in their hearts to say, oh, okay, you know, we're not going to have that no more.
Yeah,
and it's perpetual. Yeah, perpetual.
I think as well, racism is just like part of the whole overall experience of life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like a free will universe, right? So it's like anything's kind of possible. So, and to like for the backstory of life itself, as you're traveling through the world, everything's happening around you. So like the racism is like part of the overall story of life as well. It's just one of those elements of life itself.
It's also a form of fear too, because when I hear a racist, and I used to take care of racists before as a personal care aide, the niggas are coming. When the niggas are coming, let the nigga do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole systematic thing they want to exterminate. Let them kill themselves or some shit like that. They're not gonna understand the certain form of fear and the jealousy and too.
I like
But
the
it's
way
like,
Tro. I like the way Tro said, coming through the earth, because we are coming through. We're not on. We're not at. We didn't come to. We're coming through. We're coming through the timeline. That's all we're doing.
yeah, earlier. I was talking about that something what you're talking about, Phil, about the semantics of the matrix. I said we're only here. We don't even know if each other exists. I don't know if Phil exists. If you want to think about semantics, it's like you're listening to my voice. I'm hearing your voice. I don't know if you exist. I don't know if you exist. And even if you have an apple in your hand, that doesn't mean that the apple is real.
Right.
It could be computer synapses going through your head, like in the movie Matrix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Simulation.
Phil, it's like those people who say, "Oh, if why would God let the devil exist?" Or like, why would God let bad things happen? You know, stuff like that. But it's like
I don't. We are all on our own. We are all alone. We are all alone in this time matrix. This matrix. We do not have some big guy on a stick somewhere with a gavel making the changes and making decisions and choices for us and watching out for us and kissing our boo-boos and fixing all of our things and broken hearts. And we don't have any of that, man. We're alone. We're here. We have our abilities, our experiences, our talents, and our passions and our creativity. And that's it. That's it. That's it.
We do have a higher self, though, right? We have a higher self that.
Well, we all have a higher self. We all have a capacity. That's why I said we have a capacity. But, you know, you have to figure out what your capacity is, like a balloon. How far can you blow a balloon up without that balloon popping? You have to find out for yourself what your capacity is. How far can you go without blowing yourself up?
You have to go into the chaos. And I keep telling people about death. I said, death is the means to finding yourself through the chaos. And I believe we actually came here. We actually came here to this planet because it's so perfect on the other side, right? That we want to have some sort of attachment. So you come to this planet that has some sort of physical or some sort of reality attachment to where you can evolve your own self. And
but you have to take risk. They probably tell you on the other side. Now you can go here, but I want to warn you that there could be really dangerous consequences of you going to this place. Now, there could also be wonderful things. You could get rich. You could become a billionaire. You could fly airplanes. You could do all these wonderful things. But you can also get killed. You can also get raped. You can also get burned up alive. You can also it's a cause and effect. It's a duality kind of world. So you have to risk, right?
Yeah, but I want to hear what you got to say, Phil, on your show, though. So you get your show ready, and I'm going to be on your show very shortly because I don't know how long it takes you to prepare.
I'll see you guys. Hey, Tro, it's nice meeting you, Tro. Brother, I'll see y'all.
Okay, I'll give him your number.
Okay, thanks a lot.
I'll put your information up there. All right, I'll see you later.
I love y'all, man.
Love you too. Okay.
You're a nice guy, man.
Yeah, I told you, man. This dude works for the CIA. He got a whole lot of shit going for him, man. I said, hey, you know, when I talk about stuff, he usually covers the information He says I'm on the esoteric side, particular, knowledge,
uh,
unique knowledge. I'm on the esoteric side.
I hope he stays safe because it doesn't seem like he's doing safe activities by like hacking and stuff like that. But
basically, it could be a front. You'll never know. He has to cover his own P's and Q's. If he says it on the air, then he's all cool. Okay.
I guess
he has his connections. You know what I'm saying? People hack on this show all of the time, but you got to understand. Sometimes you got to talk about truth. You got to take higher risks. Look what happened to Alex Jones, man. They took his shit off.
Alex Jones, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they took his shit off, and he was talking a lot of truth. Now you're gonna listen now, okay?
But hold on. You see this whole Bill Gates situation. Him pushing for all these vaccines and whatnot. Do you think that that's gonna happen? Like, do you think their whole plan is gonna actually go through?
Well, it's going to be done by force. I was wondering, are you going to get that chip when they enforce that shit? Because just like this, you won't be able to buy or sell if it's a new world order happening. I was just reading on some new information, and I don't have to hack.
Well, how are they going to?
I don't do hacking or anything like that because I don't want them tracing me. But I use like a remote viewing type shit. I hear a voice, and then I see it on the news. I'm like, yo, the voice just told me that shit. They trying to start the new world order. They trying to shut down the cash. They're trying to shut down and do cryptocurrency now, dog.
Well, what I'm trying to say is how are they gonna force the whole planet to do that shit, man? Like, if you think about it,
if you got the money, you can do it. All right. If you got the money, you know who it is. It's the illuminated ones, Bilderbergs, Rothschilds. When they come together, they want to make sure they have that vaccination and make sure they got the chip themselves.
But if everybody like rebels, like, how are they gonna? Obviously, they might have like the armies and whatnot to what do they call it, the martial law and shit like that. But it's like World War Z, man. You can only shoot so many people before they get to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm trying to say is,
and they lose business. Yeah, at the same time, they'll be losing business too. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. The Bilderbergers will be losing money, and then there'll be no need to spend on anything or do anything because they might be dead, right? So I'm like, all of the entertainers, all of the basketball players, just stop working and stuff. You see, everything is going downhill because they want to enforce this shit through their capitalism. Okay, I think it's a good thing to a degree, but a lot of people think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. Okay, see how twisted I can maybe say. I think it's a good thing to have one world order, and it's not the United States taking over everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like America has to cause great war in order to keep things balanced in America, and it's mainly for America's deeds. Do you understand? There has to be collateral damage when it comes to war. But if you have someone who, like it was in the comic book with Dr. Doom, remember Dr. Doom? He took the dark path and he actually achieved, Nirvana in one dimension. He had to sacrifice his wife, though. He had to sacrifice his wife, and he had to make an agreement with the White Tiger. Okay, the spirit of the White Tiger. He had to go on the dark path, and he went to the dark path, and then he made it. Okay, so sometimes you could go many different ways about having peace on the planet Earth. But I'm telling you right now, peace doesn't never last forever on the planet. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna last forever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, in this world, it's part of the whole experience, man. To experience peace, to experience war.
Yeah, because if everything is utopia, let's say everything is dystopia, utopia, whatever you want to call it, and everything's at peace, then what was your purpose to come into this planet for? Okay, see, there will be no purpose.
Okay? That is the truth, man.
I'm like, you experience the greatest stories come from sorrow. Remember that the greatest stories come from pain, right? So why would you come to a planet where there's no suffering or pain? Do you want to see Teletubbies on TV now? You want to see Teletubbies? You'll get it. That's why I think I accidentally caused this canary virus through my magical ability and my Moses stick in the closet and shit. In my room and shit. I accidentally caused it. But it wasn't my fault though. Because I was telling people on the internet and shit that I'm your Jesus, okay? Listen to my commands, okay? And people laughing at me and shit. Okay.
You ever tried to summon any spirits and shit?
You say what?
Have you ever tried to summon any spirits?
No, I don't need spirits because I'm the Almighty Spirit. So why would I would ask for assistance from some spirits, but not a lot of help. Okay, because I'm like, I don't really have time for fear. You know, fear mongering is when I used to have nightmares, when I was have dreams of demons grabbing me up and causing me pain and suffering, and I get angry. Anybody will get angry if you keep feeling pain, right?
Yeah.
So eventually, I didn't have those dreams no more, and I was kind of disappointed. You know. So when people make fun of me, instead of worrying about being hurt anymore, I might as well go after people and cause them suffering because they're suffering me by laughing at me, and they think I'm fucking joking, right?
if that's their karma for laughing at you, then that's the way to die.
How about this? It's not like if someone, let's say someone tries to smear my name, okay, so their name will be smeared twice. It's like voodoo, okay. And somebody tried to stab my picture, okay, and I keep telling people don't do that type of magic. You can't do it on everybody. They will be stabbed in the face, okay. Not my problem. So you tell people in advance. You tell people in advance, and they don't want to. They want to test it, okay. So,
bro, you're killing me with that stabbed in the face shit.
Yeah, the picture. You know, people like to do little magic and voodoo. I said voodoo and magic don't work on everybody. Don't work.
I mean, why? Like, why? Why wouldn't it work on everybody? Why? I'm not saying it does or it doesn't, but I'm just from your point of view. Why does not like that? Like you were saying, voodoo wouldn't work on everybody.
Because some people desire pain, and they feed off of that energy, like I do. That's why. Like, for example, let's say, look at Jesus. What happened to Jesus? They killed Jesus and he was black, right? You know how many people worship a white Jesus? Jesus was crucified because he didn't want to be here on the planet, right? But when he was born in this new body, did he stay? No, he didn't stay. Jesus left. Jesus left.
Apparently. Apparently.
Yeah. So let me get on off of here because I'm about to get on the show itself. And of course, we had a nice discussion today. Thanks for joining my show, Trio. We talk about multiple things, and we talked about a little bit of numerology, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, thank you very much. I don't always do my streams all the time. Sometimes I got my days where I get a little depressed. Okay, but I don't do them all every time. But I try. It's usually between 5 and 6. I started.
Why you get depressed, man?
Well, because I had to go into my deep sleep. You know, sometimes I oversleep. Sleep is like death.
Why don't you go for jogs? Go for like
I don't do jokes. I tell stories.
No,
I think people who tell stories are more interesting than people who crack jokes.
Go for a jog.
No, I gotta wait till the summertime. Oh yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. When summertime comes, okay, I might be dead anyway because I gotta go outside. If there's a radiation poison outside, guess what I gotta do? I gotta go outside, okay.
Yeah, you gotta face the rays, man. You gotta face the rays.
Yeah, I gotta play my basketball. I'm in peak condition. If my body can't handle it, I'll be a god in my next life. So it's like a blessing and a curse, right?
You do know you gotta earn that god shit though, right?
That god shit I'm already earned because whatever you learn in this life is stored on the other side. So never assume that the body, you have to study something continuously to understand and remember it just to get to the other side and forget it. That's not going to happen. Learn it first. Learn it one time. You're cool. All right. See how it works? The body is different from the other side.
I get
people always assume that when you read the Emerald tablets, you gotta say it. You gotta read it over 100 times. I don't believe that. Okay.
Bro, I read that bitch like twice. And I still remember it.
Yeah, but there's certain key words in there that you have to say to open up a door, and it's to reach off. You gotta be careful not to travel in angular paths. Beware of the hellhound. Hellhound.
You think some of these ascended people didn't leave traps behind, bro?
Yeah, but all of the puzzle, all of the elements is not there. That don't, if it's one tablet, it's probably multiple tablets. Please understand that just because you have the 10 commandments doesn't mean it's only 10 commandments. You don't know. No one knows the information. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, man. So there is some people who would ascend and would leave information for you to ascend as well, and there's some people who would ascend and would leave us like information for you to like basically go more back into confusion and shit.
Well, I ain't confused at all because you already know that I don't follow the masses. That's fact one, right? The masses are the ones who believe in gods and external gods, and they haven't seen those gods. That's masses. Those are the masses, man. That's just common sense. Okay.
What did you used to say? The masses of asses.
Yep. And I don't want the masses asses listening to me. I always try to tell people to get the hell out of here when I start off my videos and shit.
Yep.
The hell, I don't want your kind to hear. You ain't ready for me.
I couldn't believe it when I saw your post, man. You had a post and you was talking about used vaginas and like men who like them are like beta males. And the amount of fucking hate you got for that shit.
I tried to get a lot of men to hate me, but it was not the men who was hating me.
There was a couple men in there, bro. There was a couple men in there that was going on.
I know.
There was one guy, he was like, beta male and alpha male is not even real. Like it's not even a real thing and that. Bro, all it is obviously it's just even a description of a man that is more powerful and a man that is weak. It's like saying strong versus weak, hot versus cold, alpha versus beta. It's the same shit.
A holy man is a holy person, a man who calls himself holy is an alpha male. That's like way up there. A man who don't want to walk on the ground because he feels he's better. Not better, but he just feels he's, he shouldn't be, he has OCD or a certain sickness. That's alpha. Someone that's kind. Now, Pimp is like an alpha, but there's two versions of it. You could be on the negative side of alpha and be hoes. I don't need to be hoes.
Could you be a beta pimp? You think you could be a beta pimp?
Yeah, that's a beta pimp. That's a beta alpha. That's what you call. That's really what a beta alpha is called. A beta alpha is someone who seems to have characteristics of an alpha, but then on top of that, getting pussy from used vaginas and not getting paid.
Okay. Wow.
A master beta alpha cuck is like Hugh Hefner. You know, Hugh Hefner used to have 18-year-old girls in his house. 100% sure them bitches are not virgins when he paid them bitches. Sugar daddies are the best description of a beta alpha.
I know it's worse. It's always beta male that say, "Oh, there's no such thing as alpha male."
I'm one of them. I don't touch used vaginas, motherfucker. So it's like you can make a clear distinction. How much are you worth as a holy man or a special man? Are you going to deal with someone less than you are when she has nothing else in quality, only her used vagina? Why? My wife showed me everything I needed to show. I'm like, fuck. My wife was a virgin when I met her. Okay. And I told you right now, time and time again, there was no kind of possible way I was going to bring a female who's basically not a virgin into this country. There's no way. And on top of that, I tell guys all the time, when you go overseas, stop looking at the same thing. Stop looking at the same thing. Okay, you going over for another used vagina and get AIDS? Seriously?
Bro. Yeah, man. Yeah. But at the same time, though, most men are like they're used penises. So what's the difference between a used vagina and a used penis?
Well, how about this? If you stuck it in a used vagina, then you are a used man. All right? You're a used man. But other than that, it's better to be virgins. I lost my virginity to my virgin wife. And there you have it. I lost my virginity at 31. And the rest of before that, I was masturbating and using strap-on dildos. So what about that? Okay.
I mean, nah, not for me. I couldn't do it, man. I'm sorry.
But that don't make you a bad person. You can change. You can change your tone and voice and say, "Hey, I'm no longer a center for used vaginas." And I know how to use penis, but guess what? What is more nastier? A used dick or a used pussy? Which one's nastier?
A used pussy all day.
Yeah, go. Because you can easily wash off the crevices. There's no micro chemistry in that shit. There's no micro. It's chimericism. I'm sorry. I know how to say the word now. Here. I know how to spell the word, and I know how to say the word now. And I need you to look up this word. Micro chimerism. Chimer is chimerism. or chimerism. Okay, look it up. It shows that women who have slept with multiple men and they have abnormality cells within them from past men, which can alter your spermatozoid and cause your spermatozoid to have two heads and two tails, and it is possible. So anyone who says it's impossible is a closed-minded fool, which you should not listen to.
Put in the thing, the chat box.
It's called microchimerism. And we talked about the book of Desan. The book of, I put it backwards though. You see how backwards I am? I'm schizo.
Wow.
We talked about Phil ended this show. Okay, y'all should show up on this show. Okay, and the Pacific time is 4:00 p.m. and Eastern time is 7:00 p.m. Yeah.
Post Phil's radio thing on your Facebook page, because I won't be able to watch it because I think it's different radio stations from the US to the UK. So if you get
you gotta put a +1 646 716 84
just on the on the
you call it international, you have to call +1. You have to put +1.
Yeah, I ain't calling, man. I ain't calling.
Okay, I understand. You don't have to.
Yeah, I was just thinking I would like listen to it, but I don't know where I would listen to it.
Yeah, you can listen to it on I don't know what radio show it is. It's on I think the radio show. Hold on, let me see something. Hold on. I think he wrote it down again to me. He wrote it down. No, he didn't. Let me see. I gotta put it in when I get off the show, I will put it in the description box. You can see it yourself.
Okay. No.
Okay. And I think he labeled it as a Phil's radio show. Okay. He named the day.
Serious, I don't want to I wonder what he knows in it, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. Was he really in the CSI or whatever it's called? CIA?
Well, you never know, man, but he got a lot of knowledge, man. He talks about the stuff that I talk about. I said, do you know, you read this? I said, yeah. He said, you've been reading that, and I was like, yeah, I can't remember everything. I read a lot more than most average people in the streets and everywhere I go. But the thing is that he'll remember something. Then I say, hey, the book he showed, that one book called the Tibetan Dead, the Book of the Dead. I got that book. Okay.
I feel like I should read that book too. I might have to read that book. I don't know why.
You don't need to read every little tiny nook and cranny of it. You just have to get the gist of it.
Yeah, gist of it. Yeah. Just be like, what's this? Yeah.
But just like Terrence McCants. His name is Terrence McCants. He's the one with the DMT and ayahuasca. He was a wizard with describing that ayahuasca is of nature and of the earth. But please understand, you're cheating. I look at it as cheating. If you're taking any sort of drug and you're using escapism, you're cheating this reality.
Well, just that whole ayahuasca shit, that's more for black people.
No, it's not for nobody. Native Americans used it too.
Yeah, but it is actually more for us to kind of waken up a bit.
Yeah, it helps you to connect, but you don't really need it. You don't need it. If they want to come, they will come. You don't need to go to sleep to see their interdimensional bodies and all that crazy. Sometimes if you take that shit, you can't close your eye. You screwed yourself. You can't close it back. That's why you look up YouTube. You look up YouTube and says the dangers of ayahuasca. Look it up. Look it up. The dangers of weed, marijuana. Look up the dangers of everything. You're taking a chance with your fucking body, man. You're taking a fucking chance, even with cigarettes.
Wow, that was a strong statement just now. That was a strong statement.
Yeah, and I'm like, why would you need it? When I try to take alcohol and some drugs, I always spit it out because it didn't taste nice to me. It didn't. I'd rather have orange juice or soda pop. Even soda pop and shit can cause problems and free radicals in the motherfucking body if you drink it too much. So understand that.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, everything is a chemical reaction inside the body. So
you never know what chemical you put in your body that can also cause it for a chemical reaction, so you can get cancer or pancreatic cancer or kidney stones. You never know. You're taking a chance because everybody's body is the only physical. Okay. Biological.
I just find it so weird that how a plant can affect you like that.
A fruit can affect you.
Just like a plant, yeah. Drinking a fucking plant or eating a mushroom. Like, think about it. Just eating a plant can make you like see this crazy shit.
Yeah, I don't take no chances. I'm not saying I'm not taking that chance. I was reading about the side effects, and I'm like, yo, you can't close it. You keep seeing shit. I knew
Yeah,
a girl. Her name was Charisma and shit. She was seeing spirits and shit, and I was like, you can't close it. You can't stop. So,
Nah,
for real, man.
Hey, have you done ayahuasca before?
No.
Would
I
you do?
tried to smoke some weed when I was younger, and it slowed me down. So it didn't make me feel happy. It made me feel depressed. Okay.
Yeah. That's fair enough, man. Yeah, you gotta try it though, man. At least once.
Nah, I don't want to. I already tried it. I told you it slowed me down. And then you
Nah,
hear what I said? The smoke itself, I inhaled it, okay? And I coughed it up and I felt the after effects of it. And it didn't make me feel good. So sometimes you get this, a nicotine attachment. I don't want none of that. Okay.
I feel like there's some people in the world that are just not made for cannabis, man.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm not one of those people either. Fuck cannabis, man.
Yep. But I love you all, but I hate to mail you. Nice conversation, man. As usual, one day at a time. Sweet Jesus. And we should try to do this same bat time, same bat channel at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I try to do one video. I found a way that I can extend my streamcast. I found a way to extend my streamcast.
Streamcast?
Yeah, the streamcast, I can't tell you on here because they might try to find me out and cut me off. I got my own ways of figuring things out. But you go StreamYard.com.
No, don't do that. It's cool, man. It's cool. We'll hook up on it next time, man. We'll get Rad in here as well, and we'll extend it.
Yeah, at first I didn't know who the hell you was because I thought you was a troll. I didn't see your face before. I was like, oh, you must have said something on my YouTube page somewhere before. I remember that little crazy looking face, that purple thing. I was like, trio artist. Okay, I know who you are now. Oh, yeah, because you gotta watch the trolls though. Some trolls will fuck up your live stream and shit. And then you gotta take it and put it on the private. I remember I was on BMT show, right? And some woman he didn't even know showed up on the show and showed somebody masturbating. Okay, and you know what that means, right? You need an editor to cut that section out. Okay, or you'll get a strike on your page.
So they're basically just trying to frame you.
Yeah, they're trying to troll your page. You be careful. If you're doing a stream and somebody want to pop up on your face, that's the dangerous. And somebody just put a
fuck the internet.
What do you think is going to happen if they see
Omegle?
Huh?
What?
That's why I only put on people that I know. If I don't know you, I usually just make sure I analyze you and find out,
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you can actually. Okay, let me see. I can actually hold you off a bit. Okay, hold on. Like if I touch this, can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me and hear me?
Yeah, it's full screen.
You can hear me, but I can't hear you. Okay?
I hear me. What?
Yeah, so if I put you, go ahead.
You muted me.
Yeah, I can mute you. If I want, see? And you can't be able to speak. Okay?
Oh, that's fair enough. I like that.
It takes some time to get used to though, but all of the banners and stuff like that, it took some time. You was pressing buttons and stuff like that.
Eventually, bro, we're gonna have to get some hoes in here, man.
Yeah, I'm trying, but a lot of females, they don't like to keep. They're always behind. They always like to take their time. They come on my page. I try to get some honeys on here. I got a couple of honeys who's supposed to come on here, but they never show up. Sometimes they always like, "Yeah, I love you, Jack. Come on, I want to suck your dick. I want to give you a thing back," but they never show up.
Now we'll get.
They broke. Man.
I know some girls. They like to talk shit. So we'll hook that up at some point. Don't worry.
All right. I have to know them, and I can send them my link. When I send them the link, then they can come on. But other than that, I don't know how that's going to be set up. But it's nice talking to you, man. I'll talk to you another time, and you have a good night and good day. I'm gonna go on Phil's show as soon as I charge my phone a little bit. It's about to die.
All right, bro, man. I'll let you go, man.
All right, later, man. You take it easy.